TikTok dominating mobile monetization as it becomes the first app to surpass $1 billion in consumer spending in a single quarter. This according to a recent report by Data.ai. But now the popular video app is looking to expand its online presence with a new in-app shopping feature called Trendy Beat. Now here with more on this and how it could change the online retail game, we want to bring in Sucharita Kadali, Forrester Research retail analyst. Sucharita, it's great to see you again. So we don't have many details just in terms of what exactly this feature is, or I should say how TikTok plans to roll out or even use this feature here in the U.S. But this is something that many of its competitors in social media have struggled with. Is TikTok, do you think, going to be more successful in this potential e-commerce push?
Well, it sounds like it is going to be something they're going to pilot in the UK first, which has also struggled with TikTok shopping. And it may appear to be something which is a persistent link or tab somewhere, kind of as you navigate through the app. Now, how successful will TikTok be in this endeavor? The truth is, as you said, virtually every social media company has tried its hand at commerce in some way, shape, or form, whether it is players like Facebook in the United States, of course, its subsidiaries like Instagram, other companies like Pinterest, not to mention a slew of players abroad. If anybody has seen any success, it does tend to be Asian companies in Asia. It's very, very difficult to make either European consumers or North American consumers purchase from these social networks. That's just not how we shop. And it may be a little bit of how we discover, but it's not how we buy.
Yeah, it feels like we're already getting some hints of TikTok's strategy. We know they signed a logistics deal a few days ago. That was reported out. We've also heard from Sandy Hawkins, who is the head of U.S. e-commerce, say in the past that she's interested in signing big partnerships with the likes of Walmart to really get the shopping service boost again. I mean, are there lessons that can be learned from past failures of other social media apps that will allow TikTok to potentially succeed in this space?
Well, so there are two different things. One is the marketplace partnerships, and there are no shortage of marketplaces out there. Of course, Amazon probably is the big. Well, Amazon's definitely the biggest in North America and in much of the world. And there are other marketplaces that are very large globally as well. Virtually all of the companies in Asia, well, several of the large marketplaces in Asia, like JD and the Alibaba family. So as far as the marketplace relationships, they're going to need to have more than just the supply of inventory, because that inventory is everywhere on the internet already. A significant part of the success of any new marketplace does have to do with unique assortment and perhaps some unique brands. And the truth is that the biggest marketplaces have many of those brands already, and the brands that they don't have essentially decided to do direct to consumer and forego the marketplaces, companies like maybe a Nike or a Birkenstock. So I think that will absolutely be a challenge for TikTok. As far as logistics are concerned, that's a whole other just ball of wax that seems like it'll be interesting to know what the specific details are. Shopify tried to get into logistics and they basically shut that down because it's so difficult to manage. I can understand why they'd want to do it, because you can control more of that shopper experience when you own that logistics last mile. But the truth is, it's really, really hard to get right. And there's a reason that there are a handful of companies around the world that do it. If TikTok really were serious about it, they would probably just ally with Amazon and basically let the new Buy with Prime solution be the TikTok shipping solution.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's anybody who knows logistics, Amazon's probably the one to tap into. When you look at the landscape, though, on e-commerce, is there a market that is untapped right now? In other words, yes, maybe TikTok can't compete with the likes of Amazon and the vast logistics that they have at their disposal, but is there a lane here for TikTok when you consider just the sheer influence they have, the users, the engagement in place?
One could have said that about Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest Snapchat over the years. And they just haven't been able to monetize kind of the shopping intent. And there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, the truth is that all of those social media companies are advertising platforms, and they've already spent a lot of time and effort, kind of optimizing their advertising. When you optimize for commerce, it's in many ways, it's very different. It requires a lot of really good, strong data feeds. It requires a lot of detail that they may not be equipped to carry about products. Different, photography from different images, the time that it's going to take to ship the item, the fully loaded cost of that. So they essentially, I think, are at this moment in time pushing all of the transactions to frames so that they don't have to ingest any of that data. They can just pass somebody on to another e-commerce site. But then the question becomes, well, how's that really social commerce? Like, that's no different than what Instagram or Pinterest have been doing for years. So and they haven't been terribly successful at it. I think the hope is that TikTok will maybe drive, because it's so popular, it will yield success with some new generation that has never before purchased in this way. That's a fickle consumer base. These are people that come and go. And, I wouldn't bet that, kind of what social network those shoppers are using today is going to be the same social network they're using anyway, even in 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, certainly competitors have had a very, very tough time at trying to figure out how to be successful at this. We'll see whether or not TikTok is. Well, Sucharita Kodalia, Forrester Research, thanks so much.